What's up? How you doing? I'm here with a new build video. This time we're going to be talking about something special, something I really enjoy making, and that's the skill DPS build and variants. What's a skill DPS build? Well, let me show you. It incorporates the technician skill for that extra skill tier, the capacitor for the weapon damage and also skill damage when you get the stacks up. Some kind of secondary with a in sync and also another pistol with in sync. Now it incorporates the 6 skill tiers, memento backpack, and oftentimes the Picaro's holster. Um, this is a ongoing directive skill DPS build, so you gain um, amplified damage on top of your weapon damage with the capacitor. You use the Stinger Hive in order to get the first bleed, and then you just continue on from there. This one's good as a group support, and there's also some more. Let's see if I have any other ones on this build. This is a skill DPS build not using Memento, and it's using Eclipse Protocol. I will go into depth on that one in a different video. Here is a Heartbreaker build. All right, using Night Watcher so that I can pulse enemies with an 8-second cooldown. With Memento, that gets even lower than that. Let me see. Yes. Okay. And so you stack with your shotgun, which has in sync on it, so you're getting that extra damage from your drone, and then you're just building up damage. This one works. It's a little harder to maintain your stacks unless you're constantly pulsing. So it does work. You get a lot of damage, but I prefer another one, which we're going to switch to another character so I could show you that. Alrighty.
Polarity linked to weapon switching and reloading.
The one I prefer is
Entering safe
a
area.
striker skill DPS build. Works kind of the same as the Heartbreaker, just you don't have to rely on pulsing the enemy, so you can run 2 damage skills like the drone and turret. With the Picaro's holster, of course. 4-piece striker, and this one's very good. I use it for legendary missions, and you can even throw on, let's see, you could even throw on some protection from elites that would lower your crit hit chance a little bit. So it just depends on how you build it. I don't use it since you can kind of use your skills to like distract so you can pop out and put out enough damage. And then this one stacks a little bit better with the capacitor, and then even better with the shotgun with its sync. So there you go. That one has health damage. Awesome. Anyways, I believe I have one more on here. Let me see. Yes. Okay. So this is one that I didn't know it would be as good as it actually is. This is a tip of the spear skill DPS builds. I'm going to go into depth with all of these different variants when I make a video for them. will have their own specific video, but this is just an idea of like skill DPS builds and what you can do with them and the different varieties you can do. This one I had to roll skill tier on everything. Well, actually, yeah, I had to roll skill tier on all of these pieces. This one already, I had to roll
Agent in
skill
need
tier
of
on that
backup.
one. Or does it already come with it? I may already come with that one. Yeah, so it already comes on the channel light. Anyways, so tip of the spear, you damage them with your specialist weapon. And I wanted to make this kind of like an all explosive build so that my skills are super strong. I have a ton of weapon damage, especially with that extra 20% from tip of the spear. And with the backpack, I believe it goes to 40% weapon damage. So you get 40% weapon damage after hitting them with the the grenade launcher, and it lasts for 60 seconds. Yeah, so it lasts for quite a long time. So you get that buff for 60 seconds, you switch back, shoot them again. Once it runs out, then you're also hitting them with your artillery turret, and then you can throw a cluster mine just for the extra damage and shit. I still have to level that one up, but they do very well already. I test this one at like expertise, I think 4, maybe 3, and it works really good. So I look forward to make a video on that one. I believe that's it for this character. Yes. Okay. So then we'll switch back to my main character that I don't use as often anymore because I filled up all the build slots or loadout spaces. But it does have the build that I am going to be testing out for you. I believe it's the only build I have that's skill DPS on here. So I call it skill DPS because it's all crit hit damage and chance with 6 skill tiers
Agent
using the
polarity
capacitors
affected
so
by
you
weapon
get all
switch
that
and
weapon
reload.
damage. Let's see.
Safe area
So
entered.
it's pretty much, you could do damage with everything. Your specialist weapon is going to do a lot of damage because that scales off skill tier. Your skills are going to do very well since they are max skill tier. And then your weapon is getting the max weapon damage that it can get, so it's 7.5 per skill tier. It's about, I forget what that is. About 40, I think, something like that. I don't know. Anyways, so this is the purest skill DPS build that you can make. This is a 3-piece Empress International, which gives you the skill health, skill damage, and skill efficiency, which is very important because you get, on top of your 30% skill efficiency at max stacks with the mementos, that's 40% skill efficiency. And then a 2-piece Brazo for that extra skill tier so that you can roll a weapon core and an armor core on top of that to get the 1.1 million armor. And you're running 2 weapon cores on top of all the extra weapon damage that you're getting. I do have a chest piece with Obliterate just for the extra weapon damage. You could run, you could pretty much run any talent you want. I thought Obliterate was decent enough for the extra weapon damage. You could do Glass Cannon, you could do Unbreakable, which is actually, so I actually use this and go into the Dark Zone with, and I just change up a few things. I'll change up the mask like that so that I can run a third armor core like this with the Picaros, and then I change the chest piece to Unbreakable. And then I believe those would, I could put those as um, crit hit damage mods on these to get it even higher than 135. And then I changed the turret to a Stinger Hive. Like this. So this would actually be my first PvP build to show you guys. It actually works fairly decent if they don't catch you off guard. Even then, you can drop your Stinger Hive and put out some decent damage. The other day, I went in the DZ just to farm a little bit, and I 1v2'd 3 separate groups at different times. So, or 1v2'd. So you can, and I don't play, I really don't play PvP very often. Okay, so that would be the PvP build right there. 50% crit hit chance, 159% crit hit damage. You're at skill tier 6 with a... Actually, I don't use drone. I use defender drone. Defender drone, and you're getting 30.3% damage reduction in PvP. That is very good. Actually, it'll be even higher when I put a different mod on the damage reduction, so it'd be 31.7. 31.7% damage reduction. That is because it's at it has a 21% damage reduction on it. It's at 21% or 21 expertise. So you do have to get it kind of high in order to get that kind of benefit. But when you do, you can run 3 armor cores and you feel like you're tanking a bunch of shit. And then your Stinger Hive is hidden for a lot. It hurts. And so there you go. That's the PvP version. So let's go back to the PvE. Okay. And we'll go test this out. Let's do air and space. That's fine.
Polarized hostiles.
We're not going to use that many directives. I was farming for what is the event going on? The apparel event. Just trying to get apparel event keys. So we're gonna go like that. I don't really want to use anything else. And here we go. Did I set it or did it not?
Black Tusk has already established a foothold here.
There we go.
Dislodging them isn't going to be easy.
All right. So it does fairly decent damage at 0 stacks of memento. Oh shit. All right. Well, the shoot, hold on. I'm gonna reset this. Okay.
Agent killed.
I forgot the global event was still activated. I want to take that off. Gonna have to reset it. I've already got all my keys and everything, or all my caches. Unprepared again. It shall seem.
Civilians in distress.
All right, let's take these directives off again. Thank you. That's you.
Black Tusk has already established a foothold here. Dislodging them isn't going to be easy.
Agent requesting backup.
Oh yeah.
System malfunctioning.
Oh, okay.
System activated.
disrupted for a second. There we go. So hitting for 89,000 with the drone. I believe it full stacks of capacitor. I'm not sure if I was at full or not. I assume I was. Alright, I'm gonna put my... There we go. I'm gonna put my shirt right there. There we go.
Serious trauma detected.
I got a fucking warhound over there. There we go. Be sure to recall your drone so it doesn't explode like that. Alright. Try to fly through this. This is what the cooldown is with the temporary buff. It's about 18, I think. 18 or 19 seconds. Full memento, you'll have a little bit better than that.
Local area network detected.
Check any terminals or laptops you find. The more intel we collect on Black Tusk, the better we'll be able to
There we go. Melt. Alright. I'm gonna pick that up so I can set it up over here real quick before I press that. Okay.
Asymmetric encryption protocol detected. Installing backdoor.
Okay, drone was sent for 133. That's pretty good. 137,000 for the turret, should say. My drone's being weird. Yeah, my drone's being weird.
Troops in contact.
What the heck is this guy doing? There we go. Call my drone so it doesn't die.
75% complete. Connection
Drone is saying for 93,000. Almost at full stacks. It is at 20 expertise though. Alright.
Humanity has been observing the planets for millennia, but we are only now beginning to uncover some of their secrets. Earth, the third rock from the sun. Our home may not be the
I'm heading
center
for
of our
527,000.
the only planet
532 right there.
that we know. In the vast reaches of
I
space,
try to hit it
it's
right on
irrational
this.
to think that
There we
our
go.
little planet is the only place capable of creating life sustaining life. We know that Mars was in vast oceans, that many intelligence found on Earth.
There we go. 602 on one. 607,000.
It's possible that the
That's with almost full obliterate right there.
To complex living beings like ash of a dying
So you pretty much
star
just
light
demolish
years away.
everything with your skills, your weapon damage, and then I'll try to use my specialist one of these points. Hey, right here. Let's take them all out. Boom. My drone's being dumb. Your drone will be dumb at some points. It wants to keep coming back to me. So be sure to target enemies with your drone so they'll just keep going towards enemies and still come back to you constantly. Alright. Gonna go like this. Don't know if that's a good placement, but recall my drone. Hopefully it'll save it. I did. There we go. There we go. I forgot what I have as a secondary. I believe it's a shotgun with Future Perfect.
Home to flowing water, as evidenced by
I'll just break it.
at one
I was gonna
point
go grab my turret, but
years ago,
don't waste too much time here.
covered by oceans. Sent back evidence of more recent water flows as well, ranging from developing dry water systems to what appear to be ancient lake beds. There are also minerals present on the surface of Mars that could only have been formed in a liquid water environment.
Oh,
Today,
may put it up
water
here.
can be found on Mars largely as ice at the Martian North Pole, although small quantities exist as water vapor in the thin Martian atmosphere, or as brines
go.
in the Martian soil.
Network signal detected.
Sounds promising.
Alright, that thing's hurting me. Don't know how I got on fire right there. There we go. I'm gonna set my turret right here.
Data corrupted.
Damn it. Guess we keep looking.
So I'm not getting my weapon damage from skills. I'm getting it from obliterate. I'm getting it from the faster and my skill tier. So you can still put out some decent damage when you don't have your skills up. You just put up a fuck ton more when you do have them out. I'm gonna break my drone just in case it gets stuck. Sometimes it gets stuck when you go from one area to the next.
Finish mopping up these assholes and let's see what we can find.
See if I can throw it up on this. Like that. There we go. Ah, I was trying to get off cover right there. I was kind of stuck to it. Focus on these minions. There we go. Melted. Just completely melted him.
Check out the server just to be sure.
Alright. Break my skills right here. And finish the
Reformat
mission.
cancelled. Detect data 0.7%.
Excellent.
I'll send the
Alright.
data you were able to recover to our tech
There we
guys
go.
just in case.
Skill
The
DPS
museum
build.
is secure. Well done. Here's hoping we get some value
This
for
is
the
the
data you
purest
transmitted.
skill DPS you can go with. 3-piece Empress International. I'm using Obliterate on the chest piece. You can use Spark or you get 25% weapon damage with Obliterate, so I went with that. And you don't have to have a skill out in order to proc it. It uses Memento and its buffs, mainly that skill efficiency, the temporary and long-term buff. So long-term is 30% for 300 seconds. Short-term, since you have 6 skill tier, that's 5 times 6 is 30, right? So an extra 30 is 60% skill efficiency temporarily for 10 seconds. That's not bad. That's actually very good. And so that just makes your drone and your turret hit way harder. 2-piece Picars for that skill haste skill tier with the weapon damage. One rolled with skill tier 1 just with the armor. And there you go. You could, instead of that skill damage, you could do the skill crit hit chance, but I'm already at 50% at 147% crit hit damage. So, and then you're putting out, let me see, let me do the math real quick for you. It is 7.5 times 6. It's 45% weapon damage with the capacitor at skill tier 6. And then when you get to full stacks 40, you're putting out 60% weapon damage or 60% skill damage on top of that. So there you go. That's how to do it. And as you can see, it just steamrolls everything. And you can make different variants, including ones with different gear sets, like I showed you. Stay tuned for a future video on some of those. I'd definitely like to show off the tip of the spear one, and definitely the striker variants. They are all very strong and very versatile. Well, not so versatile since it does require the capacitor. You could use test subject, but you have to have a skill out damaging an enemy in order to get that bonus, like the full bonus. Actually, any weapon damage bonus. Okay, so you have to be damaging an enemy with your skill in order to get the. I believe it's what is it? 20% for test subject, since it's perfectly in sync. Be 20%, and then once you shoot an enemy, then you get the double buff, and you get 40% weapon damage. Okay, so but with this, the capacitor, you're putting out consistent damage. Right, mine is at 14%, 14 expertise, so just keep that in mind. But even at 0 expertise, this build puts out a ton of damage. Okay, you can use whatever you want for your secondary. I use the 612 because it's at 1.0 million damage. Okay, per shot. So that is because it's at 10% weapon damage or 20% expertise. Sorry, I keep messing up my words. It's a common thing here on this channel. I mess up my words almost every video, okay? It's just something to get used to. You can run whatever you want. You can run in sync if you want. You can run like a rifle or whatever using and then, you can do whatever you want. But here you go. This is the purest form of skill DPS that you can run. And it slaps. Super slaps. Well, there you go. Stay tuned for more. And peace out, my homie G funky freshes. Okay. That is all. Bye bye.